Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for day 3 of our dearly departed reviews this week. I thought this was a good idea back on Tuesday when Norwich and Leeds were taking 4 points, but we've had 3 defeats since then. Obviously, we're just trying to keep up with Amazon's football week here, and we've done a review every day. So we only have Brentford to talk about from our dearly departed team. So I will keep this brief, don't you worry, and we can head into the weekend. A 3rd straight defeat for the dearly departed. Who are the dearly departed? Well, they are the teams that I covered in the Championship. Clever buggers, look, found their way up to the Premier League. Leeds, Villa, Norwich, Watford, Brentford, if you're a fan of one of those teams. And you don't want everybody's fixation with the top 6, why don't you hit the subscribe button and hit like if you're watching the video as well. Or you could go the extra mile and support on Patreon like Simon has done here. Simon is in the God tier up there on Patreon. He's a fan sponsor of this Dearly Departed series. Simon, 25 years as a Brentford fan. Finally the bus stop in Hounslow in the Premier League. Thanks, Dad, for taking me in 96 when football was not such a priority as it is now. Right. One game to go through, and not the best night for Brentford. Let's just say comprehensively beaten Spurs. Let's get into it. So it was a trip across London to the Tottenham Stadium for Brentford, and they're going to go down 2-0 to Conte's Spurs, and it looks like a pretty comprehensive one. I don't know what Brentford fans think. Let me know in the comments in terms of just that joyously good start and just kind of trending into that sort of bottom 6, possibly lower area now. I don't know how worried Brentford fans are or aren't with the current direction of travel. There is the Bees team. Fernandez in goal, still no Raya. Good in at right centre-back, still no Zanka or Aya. Janssen and Pinnock is strong. Henry and Canos is strong. Onyeka, Norgard, Janelt across central midfield. Tony and Mbuemo. So, similar story that we've said for the last few weeks. Pretty much settled system, settled shape, settled strategy, and really goalkeeper, right centre-back. Otherwise, it's a strong team. I know there's other options in central midfield, but a 3 of Onyeka, Norgard and Janel is absolutely fine, isn't it, in terms of what Brentford have got. Maybe Spurs are now going to move into a sort of top 5, top 6 bracket, and I shouldn't be reading too much into an away game against Spurs. Let me know. Am I unduly worried today about Brentford? There's your Spurs team. Lloris, Davies, Dyer, Sanchez, Royal, Reguilon, Højbjerg, Skip, Mora, Son, and Kane is still laced with big names, isn't it, the Spurs team? And I've got nothing for you, Brentford fans, on the package I've just reviewed. Here's Lucas Moura slipped in for the first of a fair few Spurs shots on target. That's a good save, this one, by Fernandez. Moura blasts it at the near post. Fernandez quickly gets the hand up, makes the save. This is how Brentford go behind. And, I'm not painting any kind of sob story for Brentford. I think our Bees friends commenting will say that they were well beaten. This goal is unlucky, though, isn't it? Heung-min Son, you can see at the bottom of the picture there, number 7. Puts the cross in. Let me just add into that. Brian Mbuemo is a bit guilty of every one of his teammates will be shouting, don't let him cross it, don't let him cross it. And he does let that cross come in. I acknowledge Mbuemo is not a defender, and I acknowledge Son is very good, but I'm sure there will be Bees fans up in the away end there going, stop the cross, stop the cross, stop the cross. Anyway, it goes in. Bit of a crowd scene, and when you've allowed someone like Son to get into a position so close to, well, A, the actual edge of the penalty area, and B, the byline, how many bodies are there in the edge of that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the edge of the 6-yard box, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in the box with 2 outside, plus the keeper. It's pretty much everybody's in there. And they do get a bit unlucky. Pontus Jansson wins the header. If he knew what was going to happen, he could quite easily, I think, have headed it back over his own bar for another corner. He tries to get it clear. He heads it straight against Sergi Canos. It hits his head and goes in for an own goal. You say bad luck. We need to factor in, obviously, the crowd scene. It's a decent delivery to the edge of the box there. Spurs have got players arriving. I think it's Ben Davies arriving there. But ball ends up in the goal, doesn't it? Spurs 1. Brentford 0. There's Son. Again, played well in this game on the edge of the box. We wouldn't normally show this as a clip, but it's a good save by Fernandez, isn't it? Down to his right. And just because it's Son, we've seen him score that goal. He's very, very good from just the 20-yard area, blasting it low into the corners. We've seen him score that goal many, many times. So good save by Fernandez. Here is England's Harry Kane, the England captain, in behind. Good, makes the chase. Another. Look, Fernandez has got his angles bob on there, hasn't he? Right in the line of Kane. Exactly the right distance in terms of not too close to make Kane's mind up. Not too far away to give him an easy shot into the far corner. Good play. Fernandez, who really keeps the score down in this game, doesn't he? Here's another chance, and this is Harry Kane crossing to Højbjerg. You'd want this the other way round. Højbjerg, you can see he's stretching, his technique's not sound on that one. But looking at Fernandez's position, I think anything on target there, and given he's kind of sort of horizontally on, is probably going to be parried into the net, isn't it? So, yeah, just a fair few chances for Spurs in this one. Here comes the second goal, the decisive goal. It's very good. Very, very good indeed by Spurs. And Son strikes me as one of the best players in the game on the counter-attack. And he just times his runs and his sprints and his positioning. He has the easy job here. I think Kane slips it in by. It's a very Mourinho goal, but it's a very Spurs and Kane and Son goal. Reguilon sticks it across the box, and Son is a master on the counter-attack at judging the run, the sprint, the distance. He's never offside, is he? And he sticks it into the back of the net, 2-0. And then the game state changes. I've got the old graph up that tells me Brentford now have more of the ball, and that can't be a coincidence after Spurs have gone 2 goals clear in this one. So, look, not the best for Brentford. The glaring stat there is 0 big chances created. Everything skewed, well, other than possession, but looking at this attack momentum graph, I suspect from the second goal, the possession skews heavily. Do you know what? There's actually a little move before the second goal, which probably encapsulates why they were able to counter-attack. Brentford coming on a little bit there, probably, I haven't got an exact clock there, around 55 minutes at a guess there. But all the numbers skew in Spurs' favour here, don't they? 11 shots to 6, 6 to 2 on target, 10 corners to 5, 3 big chances to 0. And yeah, most worryingly for Brentford there is the lack of opportunities created. 0.39 on the XG, just a few small red dots and some very, very big white dots there for Spurs, and 2.43. And if you got a goal scorer like Ivan Toney up top, give him chances, he'll score, but it just looks like Brentford were well beaten in this one. So I won't stand on ceremony, and let's play the narrative that apart from maybe Leeds and Villa, our dearly departed promoted teams last season, Norwich, Watford, Brentford, their season's not going to be defined against the likes of Spurs, but Brentford have picked up points, haven't they, against Liverpool, West Ham, Arsenal so far. So, swings and roundabouts, everybody. Swings and roundabouts. Let me know your thoughts on this. Am I being too unfair on Brentford? Looks like they were just very well beaten in this one. And move on to a big one at the weekend. I've got the fixtures in the next segment. Get your comments in then on the game. It looks like a fairly basic narrative. But if you've got anything to add, do get involved in the comments. Spurs 2, Brentford 0. So, there's the league table now. Brentford still have a good points total. So maybe I am worrying unduly. It's just the direction of travel for Brentford. 4 points in the last 7 games. If they do that over the next 7 games, let me do a quick bit of maths. They'll be on 20 points from 21 games. And then they can't replicate the last 7 games over the next 7. They're in proper relegation trouble if they do. Brentford, let's hope there's a few victories in there for them. In their current 6-game form table, there are 3 teams worse. Newcastle, Brighton and Everton are worse than Brentford in the current 6-game form table. Fortunately, the bottom 3 are Everton, Brighton, Newcastle. And 3 dearly departed teams, Brentford, Villa, Watford, are the next 3. Manchester United are next. They've not been in good form, have they? Anyway, so the dearly departed, they're all in a bit of a row. Brentford 12th, Villa 13th, seem to be trending upwards, as do Leeds, who in that form table are 7th. They are in 15th now, and they're above the point per game. Watford, as we said, trending downwards in that form table. Norwich, there's a trend upwards. We just, for our Norwich friends, we just don't want that to be a quick peak in points per game and then back down to below the point per game, which had been the case up to the recent 8 points in 4 game splurge. Have a look at these fixtures. Watford versus Manchester City on Saturday. Watford did good against Chelsea. Ultimately got nothing, didn't they? But there should be a sense after that game of, okay, put up a fight here, and look, Manchester City got eons more money and a better squad and all of that stuff, we know. But they very much laid a glove on Chelsea, didn't they? So there is that. But, if you're a Watford fan going into that game, you don't expect the earth, do you? Leeds Brentford is just huge, isn't it? Massive dearly departed game. That is Sunday at 2 p.m. I'm just looking up at my whiteboard. I wonder if we can watch along with that one. That is a huge game. Both sides, and we have this a lot in dearly departed, both sides are going to have that one circled for a win, aren't they? We're playing at Leeds. You make them slight favourites. The table makes Brentford slight favourites, but direction of travel and home advantage maybe makes Leeds slight favourites. Big one, though. Big one. Unhelpful draw wouldn't be the one, would it? Spurs versus Norwich. If Spurs are anything like they were against Brentford, then Norwich are really going to have to be at it to get anything from that one. Villa versus Leicester. That looks viable for Villa, doesn't it? Leicester haven't been in the best of form. 6-game form. They've got 2 wins in there in that last 6. But Villa, a bit of a trend upwards. Maybe we can see some points from that one. There we go. That was our round 14 review. It won't be so convoluted. We'll do the show on Sunday night, probably Monday morning, I would imagine, the round 15 review. So do get involved. Thank you, everybody, for your comments and everything across the week. Do appreciate it. If you enjoy these shows, please hit like, hit subscribe, or be like Simon and go and get involved over on Patreon, patreon.com/BenjaminBloom, to really, really support the channel. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm going to be back tonight live. We'll be watching along Fulham and Bournemouth. Tomorrow, I should, fingers crossed, be doing a Saturday super stream, but I might not be able to get on until bang at 3 p.m. I've got something at 2:15 and I'm going to have to race back. So wish me luck. I do intend to be on at some point. If it's a 3 start, etc., then I will do my best. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Hands up in the comments if you watched all 3 Dearly Departed shows. I know people tend to just focus on their team. So, yeah, there we go. And appreciate all the support. And if you're just here for the Dearly Departed, we'll see you on Sunday night or Monday. We'll see how everything pans out. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm going to say goodbye and hit the button that plays the advert. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.